Welcome back to the channel. Unconformed. Welcome to the club if you're new here. This is a Liverpool fan channel where we talk all things Liverpool. And today we are going to be talking about Liverpool versus West Ham and the Carabao Cup. We are the defending champions of that cup, the most winningest side to lift that cup, and we continue to march on. What can you say? A rocky start to that game, and very surprised that West Ham came out and played in a low block against Liverpool's second team, essentially. And I think Gerald Kwanzaa was a little unlucky to get that own goal. It was really more so the fault of Endo crashing the ball into his shin, more so than Gerald Kwanzaa making a mistake. But I think he learns from this. I think that entire team learns from this experience. To be fair, West Ham looked like they probably should have had more in that first half, and Liverpool were able to adjust, and the quality kind of showed, and you could kind of see the difference in the quality of our second team and the quality of their second team was completely different. And the guy that stood out to most for me, the most for me was Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo took West Ham on a roller coaster ride today. I love the way that when he receives the ball, he just gets it, slows it down, brings it forward, slows it back down, brings it forward, and as you're a defender, you're just you don't know where you're going, and you can't teach that stuff. The acceleration, the deceleration, because he has such long legs and he looks like he probably shouldn't be able to move that fast. Instead of using raw just pace, he uses change of pace to get past defenders, because it's extremely difficult to change your center of gravity and your balance when running backwards, right? As a defender, and I was a defender when I played. That's the hardest thing to do, is to change speeds running backwards. And Cody gets that. And I love the way that he does that when he attacks, which makes him so dangerous, because you don't know, is he going outside? Is he going inside? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to cross the ball in? Which he did a lot of all of that today. And it felt like almost everything went through Cody Gakpo today. And he looks good, guys. He looks very good from the Milan appearance to today. He's a good option. The fact that we have both him and Luis Diaz on our team with Federico Chiesa, who got an assist today, big ups to that guy. And we'll talk about Federico Chiesa in a little bit and what I kind of saw and what I liked about him. I liked a lot about him, I'm going to be honest. But Cody Gakpo looks like a man revitalized in this Liverpool team. Him and Luis Diaz look like men revitalized. And could I add Mo Salah to that list as well? It looks good for Liverpool. And I was watching the overlap today with Paul Scholes and Jamie Carragher, and it's almost like it was like a taboo. They didn't even want to bring our name up in the conversation. But Paul Scholes was like, I think Liverpool is going to have something to say about this title race. And Jamie's like, nah, I think it's too soon. And Paul's just like, I know they're your team, and I know when you support your team, you want to keep expectations low because you don't want to be let down. But this team is good. In the midfield, they have the legs to run and get up and down the pitch. And the attackers were putting the ball in the back of the net, and we're not conceding goals. This is a recipe for something really special here. And I know there's going to be some of you guys in the comments, down in the comments, saying, don't be, West Ham's having a terrible season. Wolves is a bottom of the table. These are the games you win. These are the games you want to win. These are the games you have to win if you're mounting a title charge. I get it. It's early in the season. But when is there going to be a point where we stop saying it's not early in the season anymore and we beat Manchester United, West Ham, who won the Conference League not too many seasons ago, and Manchester United, everyone who's saying is being revitalized right now, where we can say that those three are good wins and not write them off? I don't know. I would rather be going into big games with momentum, with the majority of our games won, only one game lost, versus going in having an up and down season because we faced Tottenham and Chelsea and all these tougher teams in the beginning, and then trying to put momentum together towards the end of the season. I'd rather it be happening right now. And I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, Roman, you're hyping this team up too soon. I don't think so. I think that's what fans are supposed to do. They're supposed to back their team to win it all every single year. And we can't forget, we were firmly in this title race last season. This is the same team, guys. Why are we expecting less from this team? And I don't think after these performances, I don't think we can expect less now. The way Cody Gakpo is playing, the way Luis Diaz is playing, Federico Chiesa adding into that mix, allowing Mo Salah to come in off the bench and be rested and look revitalized. Darwin Núñez coming into his own, getting an assist today as well and looking lively. I'm excited, guys. I'm very excited. But let's talk about the game. Before we jump in, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Comment, what do you guys think about this Liverpool season so far? What would you rate it out of 10? Is it a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10? I know we want to manage expectations and stuff like that, but I am loving what I see. And Slot's doing a really good job to build off of what Jurgen left. And if you're new here and you subscribe, make sure you put where you're watching from, because our community is stretching all across the globe, from Mali to Sweden to Russia, everywhere, Belgium, the Netherlands. Shout out to the Netherlands. I always give a shout out to the Netherlands because you guys have given us some of the best players that we've had in a while. Ryan Gravenberch looks amazing. I know he didn't play today, but a special shout out to Ryan. And Cody Gakpo, man. Bringing up Ryan Gravenberch, Endo, is he a suitable stopgap for Ryan when he's not in there? I don't think so. I don't think so. For me, he looked a bit lost in that midfield, and this style of play just does not match with him. It doesn't match with him. The ball carrying that you get from Ryan Gravenberch, it's not there with Endo, right? He doesn't have that ability to take the ball and carry it and break lines and play decisive passes like Ryan does. And that's what makes Ryan so dangerous in that deep role, because he's very hard to get the ball off of. Where Endo, that's not the case, right? That's not the case here. It's almost like he's like a small center back playing in there, which I don't think we need. And Cody, and this is from the first half. This is just stuff that I saw from the first half. Curtis Jones is not an 8. I think he's better as a 10. And Maka coming in and playing in the 8 and pushing Curtis into that 10 role immediately reaped dividends. It immediately was beneficial to the team, like right away. He came in and immediately assisted Jota for the goal, because I think he's better going forward than he is having to cover defensively, being in the middle of traffic, trying to, figure out where everyone is, check his blind spots, all that stuff. Not everyone can play as an 8. I do think he has talent as a 10. And from what I understand, he used to be a winger in his youth days. Maybe that's where he kind of should be going to have a future in this Liverpool team. He has a good shot. He's good in tight spaces, short passes, as we saw. Why not put him in those positions to strengthen? And I think Slot saw that in the second half, and I think that's why he made the adjustment. And Jota was great in that first half as well, dropping into spaces. I wanted to see more from Darwin in that first half, which we kind of did see a little bit more in the second half of him. I think as he continues to get games and things like that, I think the goals and the assists will keep racking up. And I think that's one of the most underrated parts of Darwin's game, is his ability to get assists and put his teammates into really great positions to score goals. But Gakpo was our main man today, man. 10 out of 10. I'll tell you right now, he's my man of the match. My man of the match. So dangerous drifting in off of that wing. And his shot is powerful, bro. There was one move where he came in off the wing and hit it, a curler, and it hit the goalkeeper's gloves, and you could just hear it. Almost sounded like a rifle was going off. He has a shot, man, and him being able to get that second goal and it deflect and it still have enough momentum to get into the bottom right hand corner. Gakpo is special. And for those of you that said I was crazy for comparing him to Mbappe, I don't think so. I don't think I'm crazy on that. I don't. And I think some of these predictions that I've been making over the past couple of videos, they're starting to age really well. Luis Diaz being the best winger in the Premier League right now, and Cody Gakpo coming up and being right behind him, right? And being comparable to Mbappe in terms of the way that he plays, the long legs, the burst of speed, the shot power, the positioning. If anything, I think he has another asset to fold to his game that Mbappe doesn't really have, and that's chance creation. He's a very creative winger. And when we first got him, and I bring this up video after video, his numbers were actually identical to Mbappe's in terms of goals and assists when we first got him. And that's why I thought it was such a major coup when we got him, because I believe he was on like almost, I think he ended that season with like 40 goals and assists, which is kind of crazy. And no one talks about that, I don't think, enough. And is almost like an Thierry Henry, where he assists as much as he scores goals. And I don't know. Is it too soon? I don't think it's too soon. I love what I saw today. And Salah is so crafty, getting that second yellow for Alvarez, knowing he was going to dive in. Salah knew what he was doing. That second half was solid, man, and we just ran the show after that. And what more can you really want from this team? Salah has been great. Speaking of Salah, he's been great the entirety of the season. I know there's some people that are saying, there was a little bit of a fall off. Yeah, sure, that game that we had against Forest at home, I don't think anybody played well, right? But Salah's been great and been unlucky not to get more goals in these past couple games. And I'm glad that he was able to get his goal today, still creating opportunities and still being dangerous, right, throughout. But Maka coming in, controlling the game. He almost drifted into a lot of attacking positions as well. But bringing Maka in really allowed Jones to kind of prove some of you guys wrong. I know there's a whole section of the fandom that hate Curtis Jones. I still think he has potential to come good. I think he just needs to play a lot more forward. I think his gifts lie more in attack than they do in box-to-box work. And I believe that Arne Slot has seen that today, for sure. So, for all of you that may talk down on this result and say blah blah blah, it's against West Ham, they're not great this season, whatever. I'll take 5-1 all day long. I will take 5-1 all day long. I will take it. I'm not going to be ungrateful. I will take one defeat in our first 6-7 matches all day long with a brand new manager, new system, no new signings. I will take that all day long. That's like a dream start for Liverpool fans. And I think it's time for us to start realizing that we're in the thick of this thing and we could be potentially putting something special together under Arne Slot. I think we could. But we move. We have Wolves on Saturday. That could be a really comfortable game. Wolves hasn't won a game all season. Bottom of the table, right? We'll see. But it should be a comfortable result for us. The slot machine marches on, baby. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about this performance today? Put your man of the match in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are on track to getting to 3,000 subs by the end of the month. Never thought that anything like this could happen. This is truly a dream come true, being able to talk about the club that I love and I've been supporting since 2008 and do it with such amazing people. And if you haven't known, or if you do not know, we do a live podcast every single Tuesday and talk about the results of the week, who's on form, which teams are on form, which teams are out of form, why that's important to Liverpool, what we're hearing in the press, all of the good stuff. We're going to start doing live call-ins for subscribers so that you guys can have your say. And it's going to be awesome. That's the whole point of Unconformed, is to do things a little bit different from typical fan channels where you guys have a say, you guys have a voice in this whole thing, and it's more your channel as it is my channel. So appreciate all of you. Again, thank you all for subscribing. Don't forget to put where you are watching from if you decide to subscribe in this video. We will see you on the next one. Up the Reds, baby. Peace. Boom.